Hi everyone, it's Missy and I'm here to give you an update on my AeroGarden. This is the AeroGarden Bounty and I have a lettuce garden growing in here. If you saw on the screen, it's day 3 and I'm just giving you an update because today I noticed that I saw this before I went to work that my lettuce had sprouted and I actually have leaves. They really grew quickly throughout the day, and I know you guys can barely see this, but if you see a little green in the holes, I have, I believe, just the 1 or 2 pods that don't have any leaves or any plants growing yet. But that went pretty quick, and as you can see on these cups, I have a lot of condensation. And that's been like that since day 1. But I won't remove the cups until later on because we're still in germination mode. As you can see, it is day 7. I have not had to add water yet to the unit, and by day 7 all the seeds should be germinated, and they all are. This is the last one that came up, which was today. And as you can see, the plants are all growing very well. I won't be taking the grow domes off though for a few more days. Today is day 9. I have 5 more days yet to add the nutrients, but I kind of wanted to give you guys an update because as you can see, the leaves are touching the grow domes, and when they do that, you're supposed to take the grow domes off to allow the plants to continue to grow. The only thing I was concerned about was that I have a lot of condensation build up on these cups, so I'm kind of glad I could take them off now. Then I have one more over here. The plants are kind of pushed off. Another thing is you see that there's multiple lettuce plants. You do not want to thin these. I had a tip this morning on my screen that said do not thin. I was about to until I read that, so I'm kind of glad that they had that on there. And I think the rest of them are okay. So I'm just going to leave the grow domes on the smaller ones and wait for them till the leaves start touching them, and then I'll take those off. But the ones that are big enough, you can already see I have different varieties. This one's going to be my red leaf variety, and I should have a romaine and another green leaf lettuce. So I can't wait to start enjoying. It's day 14, and as you can see, my nutrients says that I need to add, and then my water level is still okay. I haven't had to add any water to this unit yet. So to do this, I'm going to consult my instructions because I haven't. Okay, 9 pod model, 3 capfuls every 2 weeks. Okay. So I got my nutrients. And sorry, I don't have you guys on a stand this morning. I was getting ready for work, so see if I could do this. Okay, so I'm just pouring the capfuls into the water reservoir. That was my 3rd one, or my last one. As you can see, my water level is still up there, so it's topped off yet, so I'm not going to add any. I'm just going to close this. And then I kind of want to show you. So after you add the nutrients, you have to reset the nutrient things. I'm going to click here. Add nutrients as instructed in the label. And I'll just say nutrients are added, and now it goes back to its 14-day counter. And if you look, I have all the caps off now, and you can see that the lettuce is really growing. I have one red variety here. Just like I said, let's see, baby red lettuce, often develop spots, and it shows that picture and it's red. My mother looked at it and she goes, "Oh no," she said it's dying or something. And I'm so glad they put that card in there. And then this is my other red one, and I think my other red one is actually right next to it. So I think I have all the red ones in a row here. And these look like they're in a row, and then I have these three over here. It looks like I grouped them together based on the leaf shape and how they're growing, which I think is pretty cool, but I might be wrong. I don't know. So, but yeah, can't wait to have a lettuce salad. I could pick some of these right now that are bigger, but I'm gonna wait yet for. We are up to day 27. I have to add in nutrients tomorrow. I just wanted to show you this little logo here. The red flashing is saying that I need to add water. And if you can see my lettuce, it has grown very well. It was actually almost touching the light earlier this morning. I wish I'd taken a video because I did take 2 inches off the top today for some salad for dinner. And I've been taking like small leaves, or the outer leaves on these plants off, about 5 or 6 of them at a time. Practically every day, and this is very, it grows so prolific that you can have pretty much some lettuce on a sandwich or whatever each day without wrecking your entire plant. So it still continue to grow and so forth. But the reason why I'm showing you a video is not just because of the add water. Every 30 days you should do a full change of your water, and I wanted to do it right about when I needed to add my nutrients, and also when I wanted to when the water level is low. And as you can hear, the pump, it's still going. I just I'm thinking what I'm gonna have to do is unplug this before I drain the water out of here. And I actually went and bought a tool. This was on the AeroGarden website. They had their holiday catalog just released that said 20% off, and then if you ordered so much you got free shipping. So one of the items that I ordered was the siphon. Because I am in a spare bedroom, I'm not near a sink, I'm not near any drain of any sort. And so I wanted to be able to siphon out the water easily without having to move the unit, and keeping the water spill down to as minimal as possible. I also purchased a few other items, which is I'll probably be doing separate videos on, just because it will take a lot of time to go through them. One of them is I purchased the external water reservoir simply because now that my lettuce has established and I'm in the high growth mode lettuce garden, it's taking a lot of water each day, especially now that we've hit a dry season with the winter weather outside. So I'll show you how to set that up and do a kind of a customer review on different one on another video. And then I also purchased the seed starter kit for this AeroGarden model, and I will be starting seeds this spring. I also purchased a few other items as well, such as the caps and the filters for the pump. So, and I honestly, I've been very happy with this garden through the whole entire process for having it for about a month. I love the fact that I can have fresh salad greens during the winter when I can't grow anything outside, and I definitely would highly recommend this. This has been a very easy, more or less for me, way to grow vegetables. I've always tried it before under regular grow lights and potting soil, and I just have never had the quality of produce that I have had with this unit. And I've tried to grow lettuce before, the same varieties, and I just haven't had as much luck as I am right now. With the maintenance being as minimal as it has been, it's just been great. Another thing too is that the power has gone off a couple of times due to our snowstorms, blizzards here, and every time when the powers come on, the screen has always lit up saying, "Have you had a power outage?" And I wish I had shown that too. And then it says yes, and then you reset your clock and everything goes back to normal, which is great. So when I unplug the unit, you will see that in the video. Okay, so I'm going to turn the power off. There are some settings where you can change the pump settings in there, but I find the easiest thing to do to not burn out a pump is to just turn off the electricity. Pump stops. I don't have to worry about burning out a pump because there's no water in there. And the next thing that you want to do is, I have a bucket set up on a chair. You want to keep your bucket lower than the reservoir so that way the siphon works. My siphon here. I'm going to try to back you guys up so maybe you can see the whole thing. So I'm just going to lift up this flap where the water is kept. And where this part is, I'm just going to stick it in the tank. And if you guys saw from a previous video, there's a hole down here. Oh, wow. I can't believe all the root growth in there. It's just chock full of roots. There we go. So I got it in there. Wow. And then what the instructions said is I only have to give it a few pumps and then it should start draining out the water. So I'm just going to squeeze the bulb. 2, 3, 4. There we go. Oh, it's not working. I thought every time I squeeze it the water comes out, but I thought it would keep coming out on its own, but I guess not. So I'll just keep squeezing the bulb of this, and really there's not much water in here, because like I said, the warning light was on saying I had to fill it. But it's actually coming out very well, just squeezing it. It's not that difficult. So actually it moves quite a bit of water really fast. I'm kind of shocked. Now this is an ice cream pail that was 5 quarts. And as you can see, this unit holds more than a gallon of water. That's why I'm almost wondering if I got it almost all the way out of here. And the reason why I'm doing this full water change is so that way I don't put in too much nutrients where I burn the plants. It gives them fresh water, so that way you can put in fresh nutrients and it's the correct balance. Alright, I must be reaching the end. Oh, now it's doing it. Right when I reach the end. Let's see if I can get a little bit more out, though. Might have to get another bucket, too. So I got all the water drained out, and it wasn't until after I did that I saw where the on-off was for making the siphon work. So you turn this, there's this little piece that kind of regulates how much air goes into the bulb, and it wasn't tight, and so I didn't have it on the on position, I had it on the off, so that's why I always had to squeeze the water out. Next time I hope I could figure that out. The only problem was this did not come with instructions, so I was watching somebody else's video on how they were doing it, so that's why I knew that if you only had to give it a few pumps and then it would siphon the water out continuously until it was done. But it's okay, it didn't take that long and I was able to do it just fine. So now that the water's out, I'm going to remove my siphon. I'm going to put you guys back down. Kind of got wedged in there, so hopefully I can just pop it out. There we go. So now it's just time to fill up the water again. And so I'm just going to keep this cover open. And the only thing that I don't like about this unit is the fact that because of its size, it needs a lot of water. Whereas if you had the smaller 3-pod units, 5-pod, it wouldn't take as much water as this one. So my unit is filled up with water. I'm just going to turn the power back on. And then it just says my power went out is the selection that I chose. The AeroGarden holds all of your critical settings. So when I press OK, all I need to do is adjust the clock. So I'm just going to go change settings to adjust the clock. And it is 7. Oops. 7:47. Okay, now the light came on. We should be good. My settings are still set that the light comes on at 6 a.m. and shuts off at 11. The water level is good. And there's a new tip, so I'm just going to click that. Keep grow lights as close as possible to your plants without burning the leaves. Prune the tallest leaves more often to keep light hood low and close to plants. Prune taller plants rather than raising the lights to keep the light close to lower and slower growing plants. Okay. And that's what I've been doing. I've just been taking the top leaves. That's why I have that nice layer. This is my smallest plant here that I haven't even taken off a leaf yet, but now it's the same level as the rest of them, so I could probably harvest that now. Now that I have redone the water and my plants are established, I need to add more fertilizer than when I first started this garden. And it's in my instructions that came with my seeds. And it just says an AeroGarden 9-pod model, which is mine. I need to do 3 capfuls instead of 2. So I'm just going back to this. That's the only thing I wish AeroGarden would have done, is given you a better measuring tool than just a capful. So I'm just going to open up where I put in my water. It's 1 capful. Oops. There we go. 2. And my timer with the pump has been readjusted now because it automatically does a circulation process after the power comes on. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shut that. And as you can hear, well, I hope you can hear, when I filled the water full again, the pump is quieter. It's not as loud as when it gets empty. So you can kind of hear sometimes when you need to add water before the thing even tells you you need to add water. Another good tip too is to keep the unit topped off, and that's what I had been doing. That's why that was the first time I saw that warning light. But if you have any other questions, don't hesitate to leave me a comment below. Like I said, I'm hoping to make some more videos on this AeroGarden, and I've just really enjoyed it. I really highly recommend it to anyone who wants to grow like lettuce or fresh herbs or anything in their homes. I just really enjoy, like I said, being able to come up here, have my garden in the middle of winter when it's really cold outside. It gives me a sense of spring, and I just look forward to it every day when I look at it. So, like I said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.